The Maker Movement and 3D Printing by Christy McLaughlin. The Maker Movement is changing the traditional classroom. More hands-on learning is taking place in which students are being encouraged to create by using technology. Martinez and Steger, 2014, agree that never before have there been more exciting materials and technology for children to use as intellectual laboratories or vehicles for self-expression. You can empower your students while preparing them to solve problems their teachers never anticipated by embracing the tools, passion, and projects of the Maker Movement. One Maker Movement technology I was fortunate enough to explore was 3D printing. Aaron Ball from Edmonton Catholic District explained how he was using 3D printing in his classroom and encouraged us to also find ways to introduce such exciting and engaging technology in the classroom. A 3D printer, as explained by 3dprinting.com, is a process of making three-dimensional solid objects from a digital file. The creation of 3D printed objects is achieved using additive processes. In an additive process, an object is created by laying down successive layers of material until the entire object is created. Each of these layers can be seen as thinly sliced horizontal cross-section of the eventual object. In language arts, Maker Movement may seem like an odd thing to have in the classroom. There may be a misunderstanding that it is more for the sciences. This is not the case. I invite you to come explore 3 ways in which I hope to incorporate a makerspace in my classroom. First off is incorporating a 3D printer makerspace as an aspect of universal design for learning. Thanks to 3D printer, it is now possible to create Braille in the classroom, meaning books, picture books, teaching materials, all can be created and customized to the classroom. This can be created by students creating the work to incorporate Braille. Asking a student to write a story and then convert it to Braille in order for a student that is blind or visually impaired is exciting for everyone. It can teach students to be inclusive, to create, and to innovate. Second is dioramas. They do not have to be what they used to be. As suggested by Eckhoff 2014, for language arts, you can build dioramas with 3D prints of things they're reading about, which can involve some critical thinking of how they interpret the readings and leads back to the theory of constructivism. Lastly is bringing their own stories to life by creating figurines. They can creative write and then bring it to life. This can inspire students that are stuck or that aren't very keen on writing. It allows them to be creative in a new and exciting way. Their imagination becomes something tangible that they can hold and explain. As suggested by Martinez and Steger 2014, some of the time-honored practices that were common in classrooms a generation ago, art, music, drama, woodshop, sewing, cooking, playing with and using real tools and craft materials, need to return to the daily experience of children trapped in schools with no time for anything but test prep. The world is changing, and we need to make sure the classroom is accommodating that. Imagination is unfortunately not something exercised enough in the classroom. Wrong, right, black, white is the norm in the classroom. Inviting makerspaces such as 3D printers that can bring students' ideas and stories to life allows for them to exercise their imagination. It will inspire and excite students about learning. Furthermore, as Kruger 2014 so nicely stated, makerspaces promote learning through play and experimentation. They cross-disciplinary with elements of art, science, and craftsmanship. They offer tools and materials that encourage students to create rather than consume. I would encourage all educators to invite the Maker Movement into their pedagogy and their classrooms.